karmic connections, soulmate connections. When you meet, you know that feeling if you meet someone for the first time and you feel like you know them all your life. They go through struggle on purpose, by choice. You know, it's like I allow myself to struggle inside because I know there are more answers. Like I have questions and I'm looking for those answers. You know,
Absolutely.
that's why you came to
This
talk
is
to
the
me.
current emotion that I'm going through.
This is why you came to talk to me, and this is why this card appeared. If you have a specific question, you can focus on that. If you feel like sharing, you can. If you would like to leave it open for the main message for you today, we can do it that way.
So now this is something I have to tell.
Yeah. Now you can keep this question in your mind, you know, and answer for yourself. You know. So yes, you can come here, sit on my side. I'll explain everything. Especially if it's the first time you're doing tarot reading. I'm gonna make sure you understand what's happening here. Okay, so let's start by choosing the deck.
Okay.
Which one do you like? Which one do you feel drawn to? Which one do you want to know more about?
Which one do I want to know more about?
Yeah,
Which one attracts me from the cards?
exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. They're
I'm-
all tarot cards. They do have a little bit different vibe, but I'm gonna explain that once you choose the deck.
Absolutely.
And by choosing the deck, you put in your energy, and we work together these 15-20 minutes. So, yeah, it's better if you choose the deck than if I choose the deck.
What if I say I'm a bit confused?
Take your time. You can like, yeah.
I'll take this.
Yeah, sure. I'll use another deck at the end anyway, but let's start with this one. So, as I said, first card you choose will be messages for the past. Everything you're leaving behind, everything you're done with, anything that we should talk about
Okay.
in your past position. Second card you choose will be for the present, where you're in the moment, your current situation, how you feel, how you think. Last card you choose will be for the future, where you're heading to. This you can call fortune telling, the future part, not everything.
So is it just about like which card I choose, or it's gonna be
So,
somewhat
yeah,
correlating?
It will get complicated, don't worry. So, I'll ask you if you have specific questions as well, but we're going to get there. I need to tap into your energy first. So, if you choose 3 cards, please, and place them face down for now, and we're going to go from there.
3 cards.
3 cards, please, yeah, and just put them on the side for now.
1.
Yep. That's your past message. This is your present situation. And let's see where you're heading to. What do we need to know about your near future? So I'll put those cards here for a second. I like to start the reading from the bottom of the deck. This is like an extra message.
Okay.
We start with that message and we'll go back there once we finish the reading. So, cups in tarot represent feelings and emotions. This is the water element. Number 6 is the number of motherhood, nurturing, childlike messages, like childlike feelings. 6 of Cups is talking about connecting to your inner child, experiencing your world in an innocent and pure way, and opening your horizons to learn.
Okay.
It has a lot of that energy. But with the 6 of Cups, it could, if we relate that to your emotional and relationship connections, like romantic love, if you want to put it that way. It talks about karmic connections, soulmate connections. When you meet, you know that feeling if you meet someone for the first time and you feel like you know them all your life. They seem so familiar, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you've had those experiences yet, but you know there is such a thing. So this is the first message. We're gonna leave it there and let's see what's coming up next. In a past position, you have the King of Pentacles. Pentacles in tarot. Okay, he's gonna walk around, yeah. Pentacles in tarot represent the physical, material, 3D level, how we earn, how we spend, how we relate to this 3D reality. King of Pentacles is very stable, very grounded. This could be father figure. It could be somebody who is very supportive, or it could be that you are coming from that place, even though you're quite young. You are coming from that place where you feel very sort of wise and knowing what you want and doing it in a very sort of settled way without rushing into things, right?
Okay.
In a present position, we have 5 of Pentacles. This is when you realize that this physical reality and material world is just part of who you are, and you start to dig in more. Sorry.
Absolutely.
That's why you came to
This
talk
is
to
the
me.
current emotion that I'm going through.
This is why you came to talk to me, and this is why this card appeared. So the interesting thing about Five of Pentacles, and this is probably one of the few cards that it took me time to understand when I was learning tarot. Pentacles represented the physical, right? I have all these things around me, but at some point they're not enough. Like they don't mean anything to me. So what I do, I withdraw from that and I go within. I'm like trying to understand what is it in my heart and soul wants.
Yeah.
And this is when you have that inner growth, you know. So it's beautiful card. Number 5, talking about numerology, talks about shift and change. Number 4 talks about structure, stability, grounding. Number 6 is like a level up from 4. In order to go from 4 to 6, you need to go through that phase.
Means. Can you tell it again?
Sorry?
Like what it is? Can you tell it again?
So it's going within, finding the food for your soul and heart,
Okay.
appreciating everything you have, like abundance, material, physical stuff, all these things.
Yeah.
But knowing that there is more and that you need more for you, for your inner self. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
You know, this could be like spiritual journey. It could be really like understanding what is the purpose of this life. You know, it's like you can collect stuff and you can like be super rich and all this stuff, but usually that material abundance is not always enough. It's important, but it's not always enough.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something that I've been going through. This is something that I'm current now. Rightly, I'm exploring that.
Okay.
That anything that is happening outside is different than what I am.
What you have, right.
Yeah.
Well, let me explain the image on the card, and then you will see how much it makes sense actually, because everything that, so basically tarot is combination of symbols, colors, numbers, right?
Okay.
So these are the main things. So the main element here is that pentacle, right? The coin, the physical. But number 5 is that shift and change. What's happening here, these people, they have that temple at the back. They have like that security and safety. They can go inside and just be like fine, you know, but they decide to stay outside. They go through struggle on purpose, by choice. You know, it's like I allow myself to struggle inside because I know there are more answers. Like I have questions and I'm looking for those answers. You know, this is why it has that spiritual moment, even though it's a card of physical reality. We put it that way. And what is, so basically your next card, you see, you have a very dominant team of pentacles, which tells me that you're very sort of present. You know, you're abundant in a way as well. The Prince of Pentacles, that energy is talking about taking it slow and steady, doing things step by step rather than rushing into situation, you know, rather than, I don't know, burn out. So there is that like slow and practical approach, I can put it that way. Do you know a bit about astrology?
I know about it. So what is astrology?
So basically, it's like all these zodiac signs, and depending on the time of your birth, place of your birth, the date of your birth, like we all have very specific blueprint, and it's called the birth chart. So the day when you were born is representing your sun sign. When is your birthday?
8th September.
So you are Virgo.
Yeah.
So this means Virgo is an earth element. I'm Virgo as well, so I'm very familiar with the energy of Virgo. It is the earth element. It is very practical, very focused, very detailed as well. And it likes to go deep. This is where it comes from. So everything makes sense and everything is so connected. So do you, like, when you decided to have a reading, were you just curious about tarot?
Yeah.
Yeah? You just wanted to see
You said conversation, and I got attracted to conversation.
conversation, yeah?
Like you said, it's going to be a good conversation,
Always.
and I just wanted to understand what that good conversation is.
Absolutely.
For us.
So there is so much misunderstanding of tarot in general. It's usually called fortune telling, as you know, and this is what it has been used to make that like mystical and a little bit like unknown side of it, a little bit like spooky. Like I don't want to say scary, but it's like, oh, you know. So obviously,
yeah.
if you think about having a word, you know, like we're using words to communicate, which words I choose to use when I talk to you. You know what I mean? So there are two ways of doing it. Same thing with tarot. It's a tool to have deep, meaningful conversation. Obviously, it depends on the tarot reader how they're going to use it. You know what I mean? I don't like word fortune telling. I think it's very manipulative, and that's
Okay.
not the point. We are here to like be two strangers and talk about life. That's how I see it. Alrighty, let's get some more cards.
Okay.
Let's get some more cards for you,
Okay.
Virgo, fellow Virgo.
Ah,
You're my fellow Virgo friend. Okay.
yeah.
So, Six of Cups with eight Princess of Swords, Page of Swords. So, swords in tarot represent the mind.
Okay.
Cups, emotions, water element, pentacles, earth, physical, swords, air element, the mind, the conversation you have with yourself, the idea coming in.
Mm.
This is very much the inspiration, that first step that we need. It's like the hardest thing to get to is the idea. To get unstuck, to keep moving, to be inspired. This
Okay.
is what's coming in for you. This is your team all in all. You
Whoa,
have
whoa. Like,
so basically like these two together is like you have that sense of home,
uh,
and you like to feel at home inside, right? And it's like from that place you're going to explore, and even with exploring you keep that home within you,
yeah.
and while doing so there are ideas coming in, so you're keeping who you are, you're opening yourself to learn more, and it's like, okay, let's see what's next. So then with the Five of Pentacles we have the world. By going deep within, you are discovering not only the world within you and who you are and what's your journey, but you are going to experience everything that is around you as well. Tarot has 78 cards. First 22 cards are called Major Arcana, big energy, big events in our life. The rest of the cards are Minor Arcana, which is this one, and these are energies that we can shift quicker.
Okay.
Sorry, I talk a little bit fast, but there's so much to say. So the world card is that major arcana, and it's the last one. The first
Okay.
one is the fool, when you start the journey, when
Uh,
you're at the beginning.
okay.
This is when you come to the point of your life when you're like, I'm satisfied how far I came and I'm ready for more.
Uh, uh,
It really has that element. With the Prince of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune. By taking things slow and steady and really trusting the process in a way as well, whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing, there is divine power, whatever you want to call it. There are certain forces from the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that will come in a place, they will get sort of involved, and they will like lift you up to your next chapter.
recently,
Yes.
recently, my mindset has shifted towards this process.
Okay.
Where initially, what used to like maybe a month back or 2 months back, till then, I was like quite. Why is something not happening? Why it is
Mm-hmm,
not happening?
mm-hmm,
Why it is not
mm-hmm,
happening? Why
mm-hmm,
it is not happening?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then when that thing started creating stress
Okay.
for, and I knew that it is affecting me mentally,
Yep.
I understood that it's gonna take time and
Yep.
it's a process,
Exactly.
and let it happen.
Yep.
And meanwhile, it is happening.
That's it.
That is what the materialistic thing is, and
Yep.
that is not me.
Yep.
So let it happen. But most important is my soul and my body
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely.
I have to take care of in the right way.
This is called
So
the
this is,
awareness. This is called the awareness. The
this
hardest
is
thing is to be aware of what's happening, and you
yeah,
have it. And to
yeah,
get there, it takes time as well.
yeah,
But obviously, we have to experience certain things. We have to feel certain feelings
yeah,
to see what's happening and to question things.
uh,
And this is when that clarity comes in. That sword is like clear vision, getting the answers, understanding the process, understanding the whole experience, really called life. All right, so let's do this one. I'm going to use this deck. This is my personal tarot, and I leave it for the end of the reading. There are two ways going about it. If you have a specific question, you can focus on that. If you feel like sharing, you can. If you would like to leave it open for the main message for you today, we can do it that way.
means.
So if you want to leave it open for the main message, or do you want to ask specific question?
Do you want it? No specific
No
question.
specific question. Okay, let's
You can
get,
take the yeah.
yes, let's get one card as the main advice for you today. Take with you. Thank you. The Tower, being open for surprises. This is another major arcana card. It's another big energy. So you have three very significant cards. The Tower card is that moment in our life when we are ready for a change, we are ready to get out of our comfort zone and to break those walls that feel safe and secure but feel restricting. and then something happens from the outside that makes you get out of that comfort zone.
Okay.
It might feel a little bit as a surprise, obviously it's unexpected,
Mhm.
but it's very much about you being more true to yourself and getting to the place and the journey you're supposed to be on.
You're being
To be on the journey, to be in the place where you're
remoter. What is that? You're being motor to self.
so you're being supported. You know, you're like universe is doing its thing to put you on the right path.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I do
Yeah,
feel that.
you do feel that.
Yeah.
Just imagine, like if you have this tower, those walls, you built it around you, and there was a period of time when it felt comfortable and cozy and safe and secure, and then at some point, you're just like, you know what, this is like, I need to get out of here. Like, I feel I can experience more, I can learn more, I can get more and give more, and then that roof is going off and the light is coming in and you're like, oh, now I can read. So you might not have all the answers now. It might feel a little
Absolutely.
bit turbulent.
Absolutely.
But if you give it a time and you look back at this period of life, you'll be like, this is exactly why the things had to happen the way they were happening.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have strong cards. You do have strong cards. Let's get one more for the tower. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment.
Means
When it comes to numerology, numbers go from 1 to 10. They represent the intensity of the energy. 1 or ace represents the beginning, 10 is the maximum you can get. You have the 9 of Cups, which is just one step before having it all.
okay.
This is the card of manifestation. This is the card of like, what is it that I would like to have more of in my life?
Okay. So now this is something I have to tell.
Yeah? Now you can keep this question in your mind, and answer for yourself. What is it that I would like to bring in? What is it I would like to experience? Because this is very much about make a wish. It's coming
Yeah.
true. Yeah?
So it's energy and happiness.
There we go. Again, we are going back to the cups. We are going back to the feelings and emotions. We started the reading with that element, and we are going back to that. So all the journey you're going through, all the process that is happening now, is bringing you to that place of ultimate happiness. You know, so that's what the tarot is all about. I hope it makes sense. If you want to take a picture of your card, you may, but you don't have to because you're recording it. So I guess we'll leave it here.
So it's done.
Yeah.
So quick conversation.
Yeah, well, it's over, like we're over 15 minutes. I know, but it feels quick because we were talking a lot. That's why.
Ah,
Yeah,
interesting.
isn't it? It's amazing. It's
good.
very transformational. If it's used in a right way, it's the most amazing thing that humans could.
What is the science
In
behind
it.
tarot? Like, how do these cards tell? Like, How is this card related to what you're telling?
So
What is the
the
science
so
behind tarot?
basically, so everything stands for the symbolism. The more I do this, the more I realize there is a lot of synchronicity, and there is a lot of obviously understanding, and energy is the most important thing. Energy, frequency, vibration, as
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla would say. So it's like we all relate to that. If you come to my table and you feel like, oh, I don't feel good here, you're gonna walk away. If you get curious, you might come closer and you might ask the question. And obviously because tarot has the concept it has, being a little bit like, ooh, voodoo or whatever it is,
Uh,
it's so easy to work with it for me. Either you're ready for it and you're ready for this conversation, or you're not. You may never be ready. You may never come and sit here.
no, it's like,
Yeah.
see, you look at these things and you get fascinated, but to inquire about what are these things.
Yeah.
So a couple of places I looked at it and then I said, leave. There is just waste of money. But then because I'd not experienced it, so I thought that let me
Let's
give it
give
a
it.
shot.
Yeah. It's good that you're open. You see, we have to be open to things.
Yeah.
Like fear is the worst thing that can happen to humans, and we are like bombarded with fear like nowadays. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, what's happening there. But like at the end of the day, we all have same journey. Like it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter like what you believe in. It's like we are all under the same. We all experience similar life.
I can take picture of the cards, right?
Yes, you can absolutely.
What
Go
do
for
these
it.
things mean?
Well, everything you see on the purple tablecloth, it's my altar. So this is what I work with.
Okay.
Everything else, most of the things that you can see, it's like what I sell, and these are things that give you the energy, that make you be in your space. I
Ah.
believe that we give energy and meaning to things. By purchasing certain thing, you put your energy into it. money in the end of the day, it is the energy exchange. Yeah, it is the energy exchange, you know. You give the money to have experience or whatever. So, you know, and earning money the same. So it's all connected.
Yes, video चल रही है. Okay.
How long?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. There you go. We have it recorded. So I'm not cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
तो ये फॉर्चून टेल मतलब टैरो के बारे में इन्होंने मेरे को बताया, इन्फॉर्मेशन उसके बारे में दी. 20 पाउंड चार्ज करे, लेकिन एक कॉन्वर्जेशन थी, मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लगा. थैंक यू फॉर दिस.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you for being open to it. You
Uh,
know, you made it. You made it happen. It wasn't me. So yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much.
My
It
pleasure.
was nice
All right.
meeting
Lovely
you.
meeting you too.
You-
Lovely talking. Yes.
Thank
and all
you.
the best.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
with exploring the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you posting this somewhere? Can I see it somewhere? Are you
YouTube.
on Instagram or something?
YouTube,
Perfect.
Instagram.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's very kind.